Hey guys, let's chat about some design stuff. I'm really glad that the video I posted a few weeks ago about coping with project hand-ins was actually able to help a few people out. So today I thought I'd do another little sort of advice video, this time on applying for jobs. Even though I'm specifically talking about design here, I think that actually most of the stuff I'm saying can apply to any other profession too. Now obviously one of the most important things you have to have before you start job hunting is your CV. If you're a designer, please do not do this in a Word document. I've seen applications from designers before that have included a Word doc, and I was really shocked because the way I see it, your CV is another chance to show off your layout and typography skills, so why wouldn't you take that? I was lucky enough that my degree actually included a compulsory class where they taught us how to write a good CV. And obviously I'm not an expert on this here, but the main thing they taught us in that class was that you have to keep everything as short and succinct as possible. And if you find yourself writing long paragraphs about each job you've had, stop. What you've got to do is take the main points, like any responsibilities you had, special achievements, maybe things you learned there in particular, and put them in as bullet points. Often recruiters get a ton of applications, so if you can make their life easier by making your CV a bit easier to read and digest, then they're obviously going to look at you more favourably. When you're just starting out, you may be a bit worried that you don't have enough yet to put into your CV, and this is definitely something I was worried about. But hopefully, during your degree at some point you've had an internship or done a freelance project or something that you could include. I actually had a look at my old CV that I used when I applied for my first design job, and there were only 3 things listed under work experience, and one of those things was my own t-shirt company, but I still got the job. So I guess the advice here is to take any opportunity you can for experience so that you'll have something to put on your CV. Unless the person is asking you to do an unreasonable amount of work for free, which we will talk about in another video. As a designer, equally important as your CV, or maybe even more, is your portfolio. Now what kind of portfolio you have will depend on what sort of design you do and what sort of jobs you're going after, but I recommend having some form of online portfolio, whether that's your own website, a Behance portfolio, a cargo collective site, even just shots on Dribbble. I think it's really important these days for designers to have some form of online presence, and if you're job hunting, well then you need all the exposure you can get, right? When you're just starting out, it can be really tempting to put all of your projects into your portfolio, but this is actually not a good idea. It's important to be picky and only include work that you think is your best, work that you're really proud of, because otherwise your weaker projects will kind of bring down your stronger ones and you don't want that happening. Your portfolio really represents you as a designer, so it's important to be picky and take some pride in it. Once you've got your CV and portfolio together and it's time to apply for some jobs, make sure you research the companies you're applying to really thoroughly. Not only will this help you work out if actually, yes, they are the sort of company you want to work for, but you can also impress them in your cover letter and then hopefully your interview as well, by talking about exactly why you think you're the right fit for their company. If you do get an interview, congratulations. Obviously they've seen your work and they liked it, and I think that mostly what the interview is for is not to prove you can design, because your portfolio hopefully has already done that, but show them your passion. I think interviewers really want to see that you love what you do and you take pride in it. So when you're talking through your work, make sure you tell them about your process, any hurdles you had to overcome to get to the final design, so that they can sort of get a sense of how you think and work. And if you collaborated with any other designers on a project, definitely tell them about that, because it shows that you can play nice in a team. And I think as well as looking for passion in an interview, they're also sort of looking to see how you're going to fit in with the existing design team. I think that's all the advice I have for now, and please remember that I'm in no way an expert on any of this, and I'm actually only a few years out of uni myself. But I did manage to land myself an absolutely awesome job that I love, so hopefully some of these tips will be helpful. If you've got any other questions or comments about applying for jobs, or if you think that maybe anything I've said is completely wrong, then please leave it in the comments down below and let's talk. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit subscribe if you want to hear more from me. I'll see you next time. Bye! Soon, so I'm here today to tell you a few things that I wish I'd done differently during hand-in week when I was at uni. Not only will this help you decide... Bloody sirens. This is what you get for living near a hospital.